4 units. The whole force, guys. Man. I'm filming police because I protest police. I'm exercising my First Amendment rights and exercising my Fourth Amendment rights. I am unarmed. So she is being put in handcuffs over here. Get the vehicle down in the driveway, guys. Sorry, I lose a little stability when I go up. Got 3 watching the live, guys. Now, should one of these officers decide to come over and harass me, now that I've announced that I'm exercising my Fourth Amendment rights and my First Amendment rights, if they were to come over and disturb me in my Fourth Amendment right and peace, that would be a violation of their oath of office. Of course, the question is, what oath of office did they take here in Brunswick, since it's to the Constitution, not the U.S. Constitution, like is required? Is this the Constitution of Venezuela? You know, be interesting to know. But since they're not accountable, you never know any of that. Like one to the PD. So if you get stopped by the police, you want to say, "Officer, I'm traveling under the Fourth Amendment. For the record, in peace. Your emergency lights are on, disturbing my peace. What's the emergency you stopped me for?" Travelers can't be stopped except for a crime. So unless there's a victim laying there, traffic stops are wrong. Do you intend to harm or injure or punish me by any method of assault, arrest, incarceration because I've invoked my fundamental constitutionally protected rights? Officer, am I under custodial arrest or am I free to go? Officer, what articulable probable cause leads you to believe I'm committing a crime or am I about to commit a crime? What authorizes you to stop and detain or arrest me? Officer says the law requires ID and production of documents. This is intimidation. Invoke your rights. Your rights can't be converted into a crime. I don't need to identify till I commit a crime. Murdoch versus Pennsylvania, 319 U.S. 106. Title 18, Code 2071. Concealment or removal or mutilation of documents, filings of court. Officers have no excuse to violate rights. They know the law. Owen versus Independence. Officers can't violate rights or they lose immunity. Murdoch versus Officer. Hawthorne versus Hayes. Miranda versus Arizona. Can't violate rights. Miller versus Kansas. Rights can't be made a crime. Owen versus City, the state. Can't use police powers to violate your rights. This is all stuff Brunswick police need to know, since they do not know this. Notice of inquiry and or report of detention. I choose not to waive any of my rights. Any of my fundamental constitutionally protected rights. So I ask you once again, officer, do you intend to harm, injure, steal my property, or otherwise punish me for invoking my fundamental constitutionally protected rights? Kent versus Dulles, 357 U.S. 116, 125. Thompsons versus Smith, 154 SE. Officer, due to your attitude and demeanor and your continuous threats to falsify charges and commit acts of violence against me and my property while displaying a deadly weapon, I feel physically threatened and in fear of my life. I demand that you cease and desist and get a supervisor here immediately. I do not consent to any of your actions. The use of force against me or my property, or being forced against my will to exit my car for any purpose, especially so that you may attempt to steal my property or assault me. I posted part of that. That's directly from a lawyer, what to say during traffic stops. And it all applies to this department. Miranda versus Arizona. God-given rights to speak. Cop says you're interfering. Verbal First Amendment right. Cohen versus California. Verbal abuse of PD, Duran versus City of Douglas. Houston versus Hill, 482 U.S., 451, 1987 U.S.C. Officer threatens tickets for jaywalking. Miller versus Kansas. Rights can't be made a crime. Sherman versus United States. 356 U.S., 369, 1958. Entrapment. Violations of oath. Cooper versus Aaron. Murdoch versus Officer. Hawthorne versus Hayes. I have a right to come to the assistance of unlawfully arrested citizens. Adams versus State. 26 Texas. 175 Jones versus State. 26 Texas, APP 1. Anyway, looks like they've got quite a load there to investigate. You will note I am standing right beside a telephone pole. Since one of the officers here has tried to run me over before, known to jump curbs. It's Pleasant Street, Crystal. It's right across from Sherman-Williams and Goodwin Chevrolet. Travelers cannot be stopped except for a crime. Smith versus Turner, 48 U.S., 283, 1849. For a crime to exist, an injured party must exist. They did take one away earlier. Someone in a white shirt. Oh boy. Bernier just manned his vehicle over there. Be prepared. Yeah, they hauled somebody away already, and they're searching the vehicle like to beat the band. Gotta give me the spotlight. Oh. Did they crash? No, I think they were pulled over and they pulled into the driveway. I don't know that, of course. There's a traffic stop, I believe, and they pulled in this person's driveway. So I don't know if they know him or if this is home or what. One person was put in the car and taken away in handcuffs. just after I arrived, at the beginning of the video. There's a lot of stuff in there for them to search. I don't know if the dog's not available, of course. We don't know that. But, you know, if they're in there searching, they either have consent or the person had given them probable cause in some way so that they can search. And since they already arrested somebody, this easily could be a search to justify their arrest. You know, that's the backwards way they think. I think it's okay. It's like they let somebody go. There was a civilian standing there too, so perhaps a passenger. We don't know that. Interesting. So I believe that's Paige Michaud, and you can't really tell the other officer is. I got my script out and ready. And that was Paige Michaud just left, and she's going into the dealership. Here we go. Good one. Somebody did the right thing. Now you see, like what Better did to me out on the highway there, where he came up and told me I couldn't park there. Nobody called him and told him to go over there except the other cops. So they conspired together to violate my rights, sending another officer over there to harass me in my Fourth Amendment peace on the side of the road where I was disturbing no one, right? Right. So he violated his oath of office at least twice to do that, conspired with other officers to deprive me of my rights to record, was successful, I might add. It was either that or get a ticket in commerce that has no value and no meaning. This is the kind of things they do. They don't have any idea that they're actually violating the shit out of people's rights. Right? Nobody called them and told them to go over there and bother me when I'm recording 350 feet away from the action. Right? Ridiculous. The only purpose in doing that was to disturb my peace and harass me. And yes, I can sue over it. I'm gonna sue over everything from June 21st till now of 2023 into 2024. All of the criminal acts, that'll be the next lawsuit. Irregardless of the outcome, at least filing it is a permanent mark on their records, not a thrown away complaint at this non-accountable police station, non-transparent police station. 70 FOIA requests, 5 police reports, 5 fake videos. 1 completely blank, given for free. Wonder why it was free. Because it was no good and of no value to anyone. Officer, do you intend to harm or injure or punish me by any method of assault, arrest, incarceration because I have invoked my fundamental constitutionally protected rights? Well, any officer in the Brunswick Police Department would have to answer yes, that's what I intend to do, because that's what they do to me. Harass. How am I supposed to enjoy my First Amendment recording, when I get harassed by the police, threatened with tickets in Commerce? Because I am traveling under the Fourth Amendment. And under the First Amendment, I have the right to record in peace. How many times have they disturbed my peace when I'm merely walking by on a sidewalk, right? Barking orders at a reporter of the First Amendment order. Now, it looks like there's going to be no more action, huh? Taking a ride. Woo! That's right. Blah, 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 blah. Violation at the PD station. No explanation from the station. Brunswick PD station. You know, why is the video fake? Fake videos, blah, blah, blah. Just hiding the truth. Because no officers would do anything wrong ever. Officers have no excuse to violate rights. They know the law. Owen versus Independence. Officers can't violate rights or they lose immunity. Murdoch versus Officer. Rights can't be made into a crime. Like going into Walmart and soliciting trespass for me walking around with a camera, right? That's trying to make rights a crime, right? That's a violation of oath of office, Class C crime, committed on camera, December 24th. Was that 6 o'clock? 3 o'clock. 3 p.m. I think. 3 officers. And they tried to solicit trespass from El Rodeo, committing 2 more crimes. Sorry. 27 minutes. All right. Looks like he's going to let him go. Ticket release. So that's curious. Did they arrest the driver or a passenger? A passenger who didn't have to identify. That happened earlier. The semi, nice. He's going gloves on again, guys. Looks like they did pretty good on this one, right? A loud muffler, so legitimate reason to have stopped them.